Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Superman Black Magic on Mars, a story that's written to guest star Orson Welles, and is basically Orson Welles the comic. That's actually not an insult. This is pretty entertaining for a guest star issue. The problem with the 2 or 3 other guest star issues we've had is they've been written to just kind of have them in and not really say anything about them, so the stories are very safe. This story's less safe, but in like a funny, kind of disturbing way to think about. And they let Orson Welles do things, though Orson Welles doesn't quite look like Orson Welles here. It's called Black Magic on Mars because Orson Welles is filming the movie Black Magic, which came out in 1949. Even his co-star Nancy Guild shows up for a little bit, so I guess we're guest starring actress Nancy Guild as well. He accidentally walks into a spaceship and is shot to Mars, where he meets the Martians. This is not the later Martians, as in Martian Manhunter and the White Martians, the green and white Martians. Though keep that part in mind. They are led by Martler, which my speech-to-text app auto-corrected to Mark Miller, which is maybe a little too on-the-nose speech-to-text app. Oh, he made a tweet agreeing with Ethan Van Sciver yesterday. Anyway, Martler loves the Nazis and Hitler. Okay, we are going places, aren't we? And he has modeled himself completely after Hitler, and he plans to conquer the Earth. I don't know for what purpose. Like, what is the Martians getting out of the whole attacking Earth and conquering? Like, do they also hate Jews? Like, what is he really after? What parts of the Nazi experience did he really love? Did he just love the speeches? Tell me more about the psychology of Martler and the Martians. And he's going to use Orson Welles for propaganda. Now, Orson Welles is able to find his way to the radio and send a radio message to the Earth. The problem is the story then becomes a boy who cried wolf story, as we all know, famously, that Orson Welles did the War of the Worlds broadcast and people panicked. Probably not to the exaggeration that we are taught to believe, but people did panic thinking we were actually being invaded by aliens, the tripod aliens from War of the Worlds. So when he's saying that the world's about to be attacked by aliens again, no one believes him, but Clark is going to look it out as Superman. He goes up there and he finds all this. Now, this is where the story really goes places, because Orson Welles is going to do some things. He has plans. It's actually Superman who's more or less here. Now, usually when Superman shows up, the story becomes really easy. Superman just kind of takes care of it. That's not what happens. Martler was expecting Superman, so he shoots a whole bunch of rockets at Earth. Now, that's a challenge for Superman. It's also a problem because some of them are illusions, so how is Superman going to deal with this? Doesn't matter. Orson Welles is on this. First, he's able to defeat Martler by using magic tricks and then punching him in the face. Orson Welles even agrees with punching a Nazi. You should always punch a Nazi. Captain America taught us this back in his first issue. But there are too many rockets for Superman to stop even when Orson Welles turns off the illusion. So he creates a massive slide to shoot them around Mars so they are flying around as a ring. I guess that takes care of it. Then he takes Martler and puts him on an asteroid, bearing away. Though this doesn't deal with the fact that the Martians easily went with him. Also, if you don't know the Martian history, the White Martians commit a genocide against the Green Martians, so maybe the Nazi thing is a little too apt here, except they're not those Martians yet, but you can sort of see the problems with Mars, and Orson Welles returns a hero. Actually, he's never proven right to the rest of the world, but at least Orson Welles saved the day against Martler, which is a sentence you never expect to say. Okay, I mean, just by the sentence, Orson Welles defeats the Nazi Martian leader Martler is enough to sell this comic. My God, is it Barkers? Do you think Martler is going to be taken over by some sort of gremlin monster? That was a previous Superman story, if you haven't been reading this. God, this has been an experience, especially how it deals with World War II and Nazis at times. But it is just kind of craziness to see, and I kind of love that Orson Welles agreed to appear in a comic where they make fun of him for the War of the Worlds broadcast. So I highly recommend reading the story. It's maybe not the best story, but it is a lot of fun. Okay, that is it from Superman's Black Magic on Mars. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? Whatever happened to Orson Welles? Yeah, that's not exactly the happiest story, though there's some fun commercials you can watch. Okay, have a great day.